Are you ready to ramble? I hope this video isn't blurry because I was trying to focus it in and I have my contacts in. And so if you're in your 30s and you have like crappy eyes, you're gonna know how you're trying to like see in it and see if it's blurry, but it looked good. The microphone is in the mail too, so that is on its way. So anyway, this is the ramble for Friday, February 27th. Happy Friday. I am got my two drinks. I've got my desk and everything, but I am really tight in here. I couldn't hardly get in here. I had to like fold my legs up, but she is napping, and I'm not about to reset this stuff. So here we are. I'm in. We're ready. So this week, the big thing was the State of the Union address. I didn't watch it. So yeah, didn't watch it, and I couldn't. I usually like to see the live versions, but I'm having sleep issues, and I had to be in bed. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even think it's right for me to even watch it now. I'll just get the Cliff Notes. And so then I went to look up some of the clips the next day, and I see, and I won't bring up any names, but I see women yelling. I see people being rude and just like give it a rest. But on the other hand, when I heard about how we're winning and we're winning so hard, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not about trying to trick me and gaslight me into thinking that life is peachy and our country is great. I can't do it. So that was as far as I got. If you got through the whole State of the Union, I'm so glad. And it is something you should watch, but yeah, I don't know. If you feel like me, I'm just disgusted with the whole thing. And, from what I read, the Epstein files weren't even discussed. And that is a big problem. I'm on the side of getting to the bottom of those files. We have a huge problem. And I am on the side of finding out how to live in this economy, waiting for good health care, for mental health too, because we have a lot of mental problems. It's just, I think between the age we live in, the politics, we're not taking care of our health. It's a big thing, and nobody is addressing this. And I'm to the point where if you're not looking into the Epstein files, looking into our healthcare, our mental health, and our living, like we can hardly afford to live. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not until somebody comes up and says that, and I don't know what to do about it. I think I touched on this last week. You can help your own little circle, and you can be. If you're going to post something nasty, don't post it. Or, like little stuff like that. You get what I'm saying. I discussed that. But something else this week I thought of as I was batch cooking and roasting vegetables and stuff. I think that we need to keep ourselves healthy, and not just physically, but in our mind, and being stuck to this all the time. It's a problem. And that is something that I'm like, I can do that. And I think that if we each took some time to maybe detox from this a little bit, it would help. I'm tired of feeling like a fool and not knowing what to do, knowing what something's wrong, but not knowing how to fix it. And the other day I opened up my Instagram and this dude was eating a whole apple like a horse. And I'm like, you mean to tell me, like, I get caught up in this kind of stuff? That's just an example. And I'm just like, we don't need this. We don't need these distractions. We really need to get down to brass tacks. I didn't mean to get this serious again, but I'm sick of it. I am sick of being gaslit and told that things are fine and they're not fine. And that doesn't just go for one administration and one person, because if you think I'm on one side or the other, I am not. So anyway, the digital detox. I have been trying to detox from my phone. And it has been difficult, especially as an artist. And it's as a tool, like I get a lot of my inspiration from Instagram and Pinterest. it's a like getting ideas and stuff. I mean, from other things too, like books and magazines and just, things around the house. But I also listen to a lot of music on this. I am always on Spotify. I listen to music all the time. I've mentioned before that I'm neurodivergent, and it helps me be on the right path and the focus path, I should say. When I'm trying to do stuff, I just put my earbuds in and I'll just go, and it helps me focus. But guess what? Phone. The thing that does help is I can kind of call out to it if I leave it plugged in and be like, skip to the next song, whatever. But it just goes to show you there's so many things with this. And you know what? I pick it up and then guess where I'm at? TikTok, Facebook, and then it's been 45 minutes, or not usually that long, but 15 minutes, whatever. So I think that that's something we could definitely work on. And I just jotted down a few things that I've been working on. I thought you might want to hear about it. Maybe you could implement it. So I have been fasting overnight for, hi, Goose. Goose just came in. I've been fasting overnight and trying to align my phone with the fasting. It's worked sometimes, and sometimes it hasn't. Now, mind you, I've only started this since the past weekend. So I'm trying that. I want to set better boundaries and more times, like set a time every day, like when I'm doing something, it's this time to this time, and then put it down. It's 10 o'clock to 11 and then put it down. And I mean 10 o'clock to 11 as being productive. I don't mean sitting there and just vegging on it, because as someone who is an artist, you have to continually post. You have to, at least once a day. So content, and I get that that's a trap, and, but it's something that you just can't get around it. I've deleted my social media 3 times. Thanks, Goose. 3 times in my life, completely wiped it. And it was amazing. Like, I have a hard time. It's a lot of all or nothing with this. I treat it as like an addiction, I never used to like to go and have one drink. I like to have a bunch and be drunk, and it was like, it's kind of like the phone. I don't want just 10 minutes. I want to be able to numb out. I want to be able to zone out and just not be a part of this. And that's how I'm trying to treat it. I'm not saying I was an alcoholic, but I like to binge drink. It's just, it's a crutch. That's a good way to put it. It's a crutch. Hey, Bubba. So I think if we stop viewing it as a way to numb out and view it as a crutch, I think that it will help, at least for me, and as an addiction. I turn off my notifications, other than I do leave Snapchat, Messenger, and text messages. So when I'm going to bed at night, I will just thumb up or whatever down on my screen and just see if there's anything important. If there's not, I let it go till morning. And it is hard, because even a message is a dopamine hit. Like, it's wild how bad this has gotten. And I know that I'm not the only one. So that's something that I do. A lot of my friends are on Snapchat. So that's something that keeps me connected to the world. Messenger and text too, but mostly Snapchat. And I'm primarily home with the baby, so it helps. But there's a certain time to cut it off, and live your real life. I've been reading more. I've been playing more PlayStation. I've been painting. Well, not painting, sketching more, because painting has been difficult with the baby. But I've been playing solitaire before bed because of the sleep issues I've been having, stuff like that. But it's hard because you feel that pull. You want to touch the phone, this and that. And these people that are above us know that. Because when you're bored, you're on Amazon, you're firing off on somebody about politics, and you're getting yourself all wound up, your cortisol's coming up, and you know what? You're focusing on all these little things instead of the bigger picture about what is going on, So anyway, the other thing was, like the numbing out. I get that. Everything is a mess. And I know I'm a big believer in how everybody throughout all of life has had it hard. Life is hard. There's a Great Depression, World War One, World War Two. I mean, you could even go back to persecution, slavery, you know. But I feel like this is different. I feel like this is really different, and I don't like it at all. And I want to cut everything off, but I can't. So I don't recommend that. But I recommend, at least if you want to try to buck the system, get off this more and unhook more. Don't listen to them. So anyway, just this morning, I saw, and I will mention this name, Ben Shapiro's mug come up on my Facebook. And I'm like ready to share it because it was through a page that I follow, because I was like, oh, like I can't stand that guy. And he was like heaping hellfire on someone else. And I almost posted it, and I'm like, don't, because that's what they want you to do. And I didn't. And I put my phone down, and I went and I did my hair and makeup. And yeah, I think that we all need to do that more, and cook our own food and stay healthy, you know, and don't trust what everybody is saying. You don't have to throw it in and be like, I'm all in for this or I'm all in for that. But you can take a look and be like, all right, I'm going to, you know, not just go along with the crowd. I'm going to think about this on my own and be a free thinker. And I think that'll help too. And we might not be able to revolt and have a revolution like we want to, but I mean, we don't want that, but change, but we can change little things. So, you know, even if you go in the store and you don't buy some kind of junk that's going to mess with your mind and your body, you buy something a little better that maybe you're going to cook, and you decide not to post that one rant that you were going to post, you know, or beat up on somebody. I think that it'll help, because they're all laughing at us. They're all laughing at us. And those of us that have kids that are coming up, what are they going to do? Something to think about. So anyway, there is that. And I was going to talk about the art a little bit that I've been doing. Well, not really the art that I've been doing. Some of the stuff that I wanted to catch up on, because I was talking about this varnish that I was using, the Soluvar. I'm not going to continue to use it. I mean, I don't know. I might use it a little bit. But I use this for my enamels, and this works for enamels. I can't get it out of my brushes. I mean, it's bad. And I did try to remove some from one of my pieces just to see with this, and I can't remove it. And to me, like, I need a product that's really going to be easy cleanup, because I can't spend my time trying to soak brushes and clean them, and it's not working out. So I know I was telling you guys about the Soluvar. It looks great, but I'm going back to the rest of my gloss varnish. I still go with Liquitex. I'm just going to go back to this. It seems to work. I don't know if you can remove it to clean it like 100 years from now. I'm not worrying about that right now. So that is one thing that I'm going to switch. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And the other thing is and my first episode, like full episode, is going to be about the creative flow. So just for a little sneak peek of that. Getting in the flow state, the creative flow, working in a studio, hyper focus, stuff like that. I'm struggling with that. So what I'm going to do right now for myself, for some of my work, as I'm still painting, but in blocks, because I need blocks. Anyway, we're not talking about that today. So I'm going to start doing some of my more gestural sketches. I started taping off some of these, and I'm going to have these available. Now, I'm not going to post about this, but if you're on, there's another one. I'm just taping the edges off. So, and if that painter's tape pulls this off, I think that the space station people are going to hear me cussing from there. I had put the tape on my shirt, first I saw that was a good tip to make it so it was less sticky and put it on. But yeah, we'll see. But in these, I'm gonna have my loose gestural. I like to do a lot of different mixed media stuff. Pen, pencil. I have those. I don't have it right here with me. I have those watercolor tins. I love them. And I'll put the color pencil over top of them. And that's something that I love to do. And going into the creative flow thing, it's a good creative process. But I'm going to start doing a series of those, and I'll have them available. It'll be original works by me. You'll see what I'm talking about, because once I have a collection, I will share them. But for right now, you're privy to that information, and we're going to go with that. So anyway, that was that. What else? I never made it to the theater. I screwed up on the time for that one movie on my last podcast, and the art opening never happened because we had snow. But it's all gone now, and I'm pretty happy for that. And I was really happy that the sunshine was coming in my window this morning, and it was a sign that the sun is coming out earlier and the days are getting longer. So that was nice. So if we could just hold on to that, that would be great. Do a little bit of a detox with me. I'm trying. Just try your best. Make your own food. And just try to count your little blessings in what you have in your life right now. And just try to keep trucking. So anyway, thanks for coming to my ramble. And have a great weekend. Bye.
A little slurpy slurp.